I shall mute everyone. Okay. Once it goes on YouTube, I'll start recording. So, Deji, I'm muting everyone. Please confirm that you can unmute yourself. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm on. Can you hear me?
I'm here to mute. Just give me a sec, please.
Okay.
Can
you hear me?
I'm here to mute. Just give me a sec, please.
Okay.
That's the YouTube. Okay. We're live YouTube, so that's cool. But not live for consumption. It's just live for. One sec. What's going on? Mute off. Yeah, so did you try to unmute now, please? Try.
Okay, great.
Lukman, can you confirm that you can unmute yourself, please?
I can unmute myself.
Perfect. Please, if you see any other of the facilitator for the next 5 days, let me know so I can unmute them, yeah? Okay, once again, I just want to first and foremost appreciate all of you for taking the time for today to be in this session. It's going to be a journey, and in a little short while, I'll explain the journey so we can all be on board. I'm surprised though. I think God is working something out. 61 in 9 minutes. I'm impressed. We had over 500 people that registered. It's all right, but I'm very excited about today. And the goal for me, I'll explain to you. So I'll just take you so that I can hand over to the facilitator of the day. I just want to take this quote because with the whole pandemic of COVID-19, it has brought about fear, anxiety, worry in the hearts of many people. Oops, I ain't recording. Better start recording. Okay, I'm recording now. So it has brought about fear, anxiety, a bit of despair. So a lot of people's blood level has gone up and it's really crazy times. Please, Aju, turn off your video. Turn off your video. Turn off your video, Aju. Thank you. So, Elvis Presley says, when things go wrong, don't go with them. You know, the world is going wrong right now like a reset, bam. But I want to let you know, don't go with it. And before I do that, I'm just going to randomly just ask you this question. How many Nigerian businesses can you remember that is about 40 years? I'm talking about, don't bring West businesses. I'm talking about Nigerian owned businesses that have survived the last 50, 60 years. If you remember, please just drop it in the chat. I'm not talking about the West businesses, anyone that you can remember that have survived that long, so that you can get the picture, the long-term vision of why we're doing this. We know ITT. If you remember ITT, that's the business of Abiola, yeah? If you remember ITT, Leadway Assurance, yes, that's one, yes. UAC, okay, yes, PLC, Leadway, okay. But the point I'm trying to make is there are not many of them. And the reason for that is because they're lacking structures, they're lacking systems. And the people to make those structures possible and the people to make those systems possible are me and you. And there's a disconnect in terms of digital skills. I'm not even going to start now. When I come to my session, I'll be able to take you through what a developer earns, what the world is looking for. Based on BBC said today, was it just this month, that 2.6 million jobs will be lost due to Corona. In America, over 40 million jobs will be lost as a result of Corona. In Nigeria, we already know there's a job loss, but because our data, we don't have data to be able to say this, people can just come up with assumption. I know a lot of people that have lost their job because of the pandemic, okay? But you see, if you have certain skills, you'll become an invaluable asset to any organization. And that's the brain behind what we are doing. This 5 days is free, but the actual work happens in August. So we are trying to give you a taste of what to expect when that time comes. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to go into our facilitator for today. Ayodeji Folari is a data G. When they say data G, it started with using Excel advanced level. I'm not going to read out, let me just make it as dramatic as possible. Advanced level. Then he now went on to Tableau. He now went on to Power BI. Just last month, in the heat of COVID, this guy does stuff for CBN, for big Nigerian companies. He is Microsoft MVP. I challenge you, go online and go and Google what it means to become most valuable professional on data platform. So you have the best. This is not 10 steps to becoming a millionaire. This is not 10 steps to having a successful business. All of that is BS. Excuse my choice of word. But this is you hands-on exposure to this sector that can change your life, that people are cleaning out and changing the narrative of their future. This is who I have brought on to take us through, giving you exposure. So today is going to be covering data transformation, and is using the data that you feel to apply for this particular training. And you will see that magic happen in another 2 minutes before I hand over. So once he is done, we'll now hear from the developer. I told him we have to do some type of practical today. He is my friend, is my employee. He will say I pay him peanuts. And I'm okay to tell him it's okay to pay him peanuts because of my level. But overall, he is a seasoned developer. I don't even want to count the kind of jobs that this young man, and he's a young man, by the way, has cleaned out on. This type of people can never be out of work. And that's the goal for this next 6 days. So I hope you're excited. Let me know if you are happy to receive them, to take the session. Why in the chat and in the chat, please. Let me know if you're excited. I'll hand over the platform to Deji. Thank you, Sheyi. Thank you, Emeka. Thank you, Ayodele. Excited, ma'am. I love that. Courteous. Thank you. Okay, Deji, over to you. I'll stop sharing my screen. But before Deji comes on, I want to quickly take a poll. Please, just do me a favor. I want you to take a poll for me. I want to confirm how many people received the SMS and how many people received the email. Please, just help me out, yeah? It's just going to take you less than 1 minute. I've launched it. It's on your screen. Over to you, Deji. Don't close the poll, please.
Okay, so thank you very much, Mercy. Are we good to go?
Over good, sir, worry me. I mute myself. I'm in school right now.
Okay, so can I share my screen now?
Absolutely, you're a co-host.
Okay, so let me start with my PowerPoint.
Please, I will appreciate if everybody votes. I have 54%. 54%, please. So a lot of people got the email. Whoa, the SMS, the DMD is a major issue. 60%. I just want it at 80%, then I stop the poll, please. Thank you. That's the little contribution you could do for me. Yeah, I think I need 5 more people. I want to go British. Deji, over to you, please. Just 2 more people. Just help me out. Thank you. Niger. Okay, I don't beg una, make una vote. 2 more people, please, so that I can be 80%. I stop the vote. Guys. They no go vote. It's okay. Thank you, Deji. Over to you. I've seen the result. I closed it. Awesome. Deji, over to you, please.
Okay, so I hope you cannot see my screen.
Yes, boss.
So thank you. So we are talking about digital career open day, and I will be looking at analyzing data with Power BI. So let me quickly do the second round introduction. Mercy has done a great job. So my name is Ayodeji Folari. I'm an MVP. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer, and I've been training for well over 23 years. I train in Nigeria and across the globe, and my comfort zone has been Office, Excel to be precise, SQL Server, and Power BI. I'm into project management, so I'm a business system analyst, and so I'm a data warehouse guru. I'm into business intelligence and so many other things around it. Okay, so when we talk about analyzing data with Power BI, what are we talking about? The content for our training is actually detailed, as you can see on the screen.
Deji, let me help you wipe that screen, yeah? Somebody has sketched on the screen, okay? Let me help you erase it. Just give me a second.
Okay.
If you see, you will see, let me even just tell you what to do. You will see annotate, yeah? Then there will be eraser on the Zoom. Annotate, there's eraser, just click on it, it will erase it because it's, okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think I'm good to go now. Okay, so what I have on the screen now is a complete content for this training. As you can see, we have overview of Power BI. We're going to look at so many things around Power BI, understanding what self-service means, the ecosystem, the skills you need to be to at least to have before you can call yourself master in BI. And so you are going to learn how to build reports and visualize your report, understanding the Power BI desktop interface. Apart from the overview, you are going to look at data management and cleaning bad data with Power Query. I don't care the source of the data might be terrible, no problem, but with the help of Power Query, that is a part of Power BI, I can clean up all those dirty data sets and make it clean, ready for consumption. So that is part two. The third part is now modeling the data and using formulas. We don't know Excel formulas, for most of us that are very good in Excel, but our Power BI DAX formula is just like Excel formula. We'll be able to do a lot of things around formulas, and we are going to do wonderful data visualization to the extent of predictive analysis. We can forecast into the future and do a lot of things. Finally, we'll look at the what we call Power BI web services. Publish your work in the web, share with your colleagues, let them see the beautiful work you've done, how you have been able to bring out the insights from the data set, and how you can share with your colleagues and so many other things. Now, this is the full content of Power BI. But today, I only have about 1 hour, so I will not be talking about the full content, but what I will be talking about, I've extracted part of that content for us to quickly have a good understanding of what Power BI is all about and what it can do for us. So, this is what we're looking at today. Let's understand the meaning of self-service BI. Let's understand the ecosystem. Let's also understand the interface of Power BI. We are going to do little around data transformation. Or Mercy send the data set to me. That's what all of us feel to be part of this training. So we're going to use that data set, analyze it. So we're going to look at mastering the data model. We're going to do some standard us. We are going to create a dashboard, and if time permits, we are going to publish that dashboard for us to see, either on a mobile phone or anywhere.
Hello, Deji. Deji, there's a lot of feedback. They said your audio is not very good. So do you want to use your headphones so that they can hear you?
Oh, sorry about that. I thought I had my connected. So let me use my headphone. Okay. I've connected my earphone. My earphone is better. Can you hear me now?
Guys, is it okay? Is it better? Is it okay? Yes. So Deji, I think you should go back so that they can get you. They lost you from the first slide.
Okay.
Yes.
I hope it's better now. Can you hear me now?
Oh, better. We can clearly. Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that. Have lost a couple of minutes. Okay, let me quickly start all over. So that's the topic. We are talking about digital career open day, and we are looking at analyzing data with Power BI. That is my humble self, Ayodeji Folarin. So Microsoft Most Valuable Professional and Microsoft Certified Trainer. I enjoy training. I've been training all my years, over 23 years. And I train around data. Microsoft Excel, Access, SQL Server, Power BI, and so on. Anything that has to do with data, that is where you find me. So again, there is what we'll be looking at as far as our content is concerned. The full content we'll be looking at today, I mean, not today, for the full training. That's what we have on our screen now. We have overview of Power BI. So we are going to run through the overview of Power BI. We are going to talk about data management, cleaning bad data with Power Query. This is a wonderful tool that you can use to clean any form of bad data. We call it ETL, extract, transform, and load. It will help you transform your data to what is usable. So after the ETL process, we now go into what we call data modeling and DAS formula language. So we are going to learn how to do some formula language in Power BI, and the formula language is just like Excel. So don't think it's something that complex, no. So in Power BI, we don't call it Excel formula, we call it DAS formula. After we've learned how to model our work and do some DAS formulas, we're going to learn what we call data visualization. How you can present that data, visualize it, tell a story around the data. Let that data set be able to tell you what will likely happen tomorrow. Look at the historical data, give you the insight as of today, and predict what will likely happen tomorrow. This is awesome when you use Power BI to do things like this. Finally, we'll be able to use Power BI web service to be able to publish our work in the cloud for people to see. And apart from that, we can make a mobile version of it, convert it into a dashboard, into an application on its own, and so on and so forth, share with our colleagues and many other things on the web service. This is a full content. But for today, we are not going into that full content. We're only going to look at these ones for today. For today, we'll get to see what Power BI is all about. We're going to do little around data modeling, little around data transformation. We're going to do some things around standard visuals. We're going to create a dashboard. And I said, if time permits us, we're going to put all what we've done in the cloud and put it on a mobile phone so that right there where you are seated, you can just click on it and take a look at it on your mobile phone. So this is what we want to do as far as this session is concerned. Now, let me go into Power BI overview. What is business intelligence? Simply means transforming data into business insights. Most of us, we have data that we work with. I don't care what the data is all about. As long as you have a data, with the help of Power BI, you can transform that data into business insights. And I've used this to help so many organizations in the country, even outside the country. They will tell me, we have this data set and we want you to help us deduce the insight from this data set and let us see how you can use this insight to solve our problem. So with the help of Power BI, I can easily use this tool to work on the data set. In those days, we talk about crude oil, we talk about those are the gold of those days. But today, data is a gold. If you really want to be relevant this jet age, this period, this 2020 and above, I will tell you, try to find yourself around business intelligence, machine learning, anything that has to do with data, IoT, artificial intelligence. That is when you can be very much relevant today and tomorrow. Now, business intelligence. So when we talk about BI, what exactly we are talking about is making sense out of the data set you are given. And number two, let's look at Microsoft Power BI. So Microsoft Power BI is a powerful analytical tool that helps companies of all sizes. I don't care the size of the company, be it small, medium, large. It helps you to analyze the data and share the word insight in the data. So with this technology, enterprise can monitor their business more closely and get instant answer with rich dashboard available for every device, be it mobile phone, be it your iPad, be it your laptop, your TV screen. You can put your report on any of these. Now, let us see the architectural design of this business intelligence we are talking about. Number one, all your data sets, I don't care where the data is sitting. Over 250 different data sources. Power BI will pick up your data from that data source, from any of those data sources. Is going to work on it. That is your Power BI desktop. This is where we are going to spend most of our time now. And after working on it, you can now publish that report because this is on your desktop. There's no way you can carry your laptop about for your colleagues to see, for your line manager to see what you've done, for your client to see what you've done. So you need to now publish this in Power BI service that is in the cloud. When you publish it in the cloud, then your clients, your customers, your colleagues can access what you've dumped in the cloud via their mobile phone, their pad, or their laptop, their desktop. Another interesting part is this. Once you are done, you can establish what you call a data gateway so that as new data gets into the database, I don't need to disturb myself. The recent data will be automatically updated with the help of Power BI Gateway. It will update that. I don't need to start designing and publishing every day. I just publish once and fine, it's ready to fly. So at this point, we are going into the demo section. So let me be sure we are ready for the demo. I need confirmation from there. Are we set for the demo section?
Please, in the chat box, why you're ready for the practical experience of using Power BI. Ready? Yes, Sumo Copia. Thank you, Claire. Awesome.
Okay, good.
Great.
So
yes, did you ready?
Thank you. So let's fire on to Microsoft Power BI. I'm excited now. So the very first thing I need to do, I downloaded this database this morning. Oh, Mercy, when did you download this? Hello?
I downloaded it this morning. Some people actually reached out. They wanted to register. So like 10 other people have registered. So
okay, good. No problem. So Mercy sent this to me. I decided to use this as my practical section today. So this is what we have in the database. We have a column called timestamp. That's the exact time this form was filled. And we have taken out about 2 columns from here. We don't want anybody to see your name. We don't want anybody to see your email. We don't want anybody to see your phone number. Is not here, so no problem. So the gender, the man that filled this form is a male, and the age range is between 18 and what? 25. And he's a student. So he's very much interested in data analysis. That's Power BI. So what's this topic? Discovery. Okay, good. So the next column here, my goal is to upskill my digital career in the following areas. Good. I access the internet via, this man access the internet via mobile and laptop. So when am I always active online? I'm active in the evening, in the afternoon. So I have a LinkedIn account. Yes. I have leverage. Okay. How would I like to learn how to leverage on LinkedIn? So I would like to do that. That is yes. Everybody is saying yes. Somebody said no. So again, still on LinkedIn, there are a lot of questions and so on and so forth. Now, the question is this. I have been able to capture this data. Somebody may ask, how can I capture a data like this? No problem. You can use Microsoft Form. You can use Google Form. So just create a form. Once the form is created, publish the form, let people fill the form. You can have a data set that look exactly like this. Now, the question is this. Most of us, we've been keeping data in organization. Companies till today, they keep data just like this. But I tell you, if you are keeping data just like this without making sense out of your data, is as good as not keeping the data at all. So that is why today, most organizations, they already have data. They need people like you that will be able to pick up that data and tell them insight that is based in that data set. And what I want to show you is how you can pull out insight from these data sets. So I'm going to close this. Let me close it. I don't need it. So all I need to launch is my Power BI. If you launch your Power BI, this is the Power BI interface. One of the topics I said I'm going to talk about is, let us take a look at understanding the Power BI interface. So the interface is very friendly, as you can see. So we have different ribbons there. And this ribbon is actually grouping what we do. This is home. The home is just like our normal home on every other Windows application. So we have your insights. Inserts. You can insert any of these into your work. I can insert a new visual, more, and so on and so forth. I can do my modeling here, where I get into calculated columns, measures, and so on and so forth. So I can do lots and lots of things around here. And apart from that, I can have another column called view, where I can view what I have done, work on the themes, also work on the mobile layout. If I want people that will visit my dashboard with mobile phone, I want to give them a nice layout so that when they see that report, they will fall in love with it. And finally, help. The help in Power BI is superb. So let me just talk about one of them. Let me start with about. Power BI is a tool that is updated every blessed month. So the latest version, I think, is July. We are in July, right? I'm running the latest version. That is July 2020. So if you are running Power BI, always be sure that it's updated. So the version may not look like mine, no problem. Just get it update it, and so that we can be on the same page. Now, back to home. Now, the very first thing I would like to do here, by this side, I have 3 buttons. One is reports. The second one is data, while the third one is model. So let me start with this. On my first screen, I want to get the data to work on. Before you can do anything about business intelligence, you must get your data. Now, let me drop down this. This is where I get my data. Under home, you will see get data. When you say get data, where is this data coming from? Is it from Excel, from BI data sets, from BI data flow, from SQL Server, from analysis services, from test file, from web? I can even grab a data set from the web, just like that. It can be from anywhere. But let me click on more, because I said we have over 200 data sources you can pick your data from. So when you click on more, you will see the list of all data sources you can pick your data set from. As you can see, I can pick from SQL Server, I can pick from IBM DB, I can pick from Oracle, I can pick from my SQL for developer. I know the developers, most of their database is on my SQL. I can pick from there, I can pick from Postgre, I can pick from SAP for those using SAP in the organization. I can pick from Google BigQuery. I can pick from any data set. Just mention that data set and I will tell you, you can pick from there. So this is just a list of all data sets that you can pick from. And one interesting part here, I can even pick from blank query. If you have your connection string to your database or API, I can dump the API in my blank query. And before I know it, Power BI grab the data from that place and dump it here. So tell me the data source and I will tell you it's very much possible to work with as far as Power BI is concerned. So I'm picking my data from Excel. Let me just type Excel so that I won't look for Excel again. Thank you, Excel. So connect to Excel. It will now tell me where is that data source. The data source is in my community service. In my community service, I will look for LEARNTOR and I will pick up the database. Now that is my Excel database. It's going to try to connect to the Excel database. So once it's able to establish a connection, it will bring up a dialog box telling me I can see the data fine. So I have the right to select it and it's going to give me a screen, a preview of what the data looks like. The same data set I showed to us earlier on. Perfect. Now, I cannot work on this data set like this. I need to do what? I need to transform this data set. So I will not load it. Rather, I will say transform the data. So this is where we come to clean up the data set. Time will not permit me to show you all these things we have under the ETL process, but I will show you some beautiful things that we can quickly walk around. Number one, this row here, this row one here is actually my title, my column heading, but I have column one, column two here. No, I need these guys here to move up here and take their rightful position. So what will I do? I can come here and say, please, where is that? Use the first row as the header. I've not written any code. It's going to promote this and make it the header on my work. That is one. Number two, this is holding my dates and time. I don't want date and time to be merged together. I rather want to separate them. So what I need to do, between the date and the time, there's a space. I can tell Power Query, please, anywhere you see a space, can you help me break it into two? So what will I do? I will right click. When I right click, I want to transform what I have here. No, I'm not transforming. I want to split it. Yes, split this guy into columns. So by what? Delimiter. Good. Delimiter means look for something to use. Power BI is so sensitive. It's telling me I'm suspecting you want to use space to split. If I'm not using space, I can use any of other options here, but space is what I needed to use. Anywhere you see space, break it. But look at it, there's another space here, there's another space here. I would say no, only obey the space to the left most, to the left. Don't consider from the right and don't do on each occurrence, only obey the left. I am okay. Let me see. Wow, this is done. So I can call this dates. I can change the name here and say this is a date stamp and this is a time stamp. Hold on. What is the meaning of CET? Nigeria is not CET. So, and as data analysts, don't just give your client anything. It can mislead the management. So CET means Central Europe time, and we are in WAT, West African time. So what is the difference between Central Europe time? So Central Europe time is 1 hour ahead of us. So if their own time is 10, our own time is what? Is 9. So this is supposed to be 9:49 a.m. And this CET is supposed to be what? Supposed to be WAT. So we need to do a lot of cleaning around there. So what will I do? I will tell Power Query, can you help me take 1 hour out of this time? That is one, and make this to be what? WAT. So because of time, I will not do all those cleaning, but these are wonderful things I can do. Let me just quickly look at other things that is useful here. Okay, the headings. So let me call this time, timestamp. Let me call this gender. Gender is okay. Age range is okay. This is, I don't like this. I would rather prefer occupation. Occupation. Okay. Occupation. Okay, I think I'm right. Now this is focus in the, okay, my focus. Let me just call this focus. So I want the name to be short and precise. Let me call this interest.
Name it career interest or career. Don't just call it interest. Career
Okay.
interest. Yeah.
Career.
Or career path. Call it career path. Yeah.
Paths.
Yep.
So what should I call this? Let me just call this goal.
Yes, career goal.
Okay. Why do you always want the career there?
That's what we are trying to do now. We want to know our career goal.
Okay. Okay, so let me put it career goal, and so on and so forth. Why I'm giving this name to make it much more under. Okay, let me call this device. Let me call this, okay, time online.
That's it. Just call it that. Time online.
Time online. Good.
Yep.
Now, can you see the way I'm cleaning this guy up? So you can do all this wonderful cleaning. What was this talking about? LinkedIn accounts. Okay. So let me just
LinkedIn,
leave it
just
as
call it LinkedIn. Call it LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Okay. So what is this telling me?
Leveraging LinkedIn.
So leveraging LinkedIn. Okay. Let me use that word. Good. And I have 15 more minutes and I must complete my dashboard. Engage.
Don't worry,
on
I'll give
LinkedIn.
you. Would you like him to extend? Because we have the developer that has to go on.
Developer is coming up. Permit me to leave others, please. So
no, Deji, just finish it. It won't look nice. It won't look nice.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me see other. I have a website. Let me just call it websites.
Website, exactly.
Websites. I'm on social media. Let me call it social media.
They're already saying extend. I see here, we're on a journey. Guys.
Okay. So let me say I had, okay.
LEARNTOR.
So let me say, where did you, awareness? Okay, LEARNTOR. Let me just leave it as LEARNTOR.
Yeah, okay, LEARNTOR, yes.
Let me just leave it as LEARNTOR. Good. I hope that is all. I still have one more. What is this telling me? Comments.
No, you can really delete that. It's not important. It was optional.
Okay, comment is optional. Oh, good. Thank you. I will leave it. Sometimes you get comment from your client, from your customer in the organization,
Sure.
or you're on Facebook, you launch a product on Facebook and people are commenting about it, and the management asks you, can you connect, analyze what is on Facebook? What are they saying about us? And when you open it up, you saw about 3 million comments. I bet you cannot read 3 million comments. You can bring up the comment in Power BI and say, Power BI, I want to do what's called sentiment analysis, analyze the sentiment. What was the percentage of positive comments, negative comments, and neutral comments, and so on and so forth. In fact, time will not permit us to do sentiment analysis on this, but just know that it's very much possible. Now, let me move on. So with this, I've done some basic cleaning. Permit me to just leave it that way. So let's assume the cleaning is ready. All I need to do is to come to close and say, please close this guy and apply it. So it's going to close my Power Query and move my data into Power BI so that I can do the modeling, visualization, and reporting. So that is that. It's bringing in the data. It brought in 504 data sets. Beautiful. Now you can see all my data sets here. So if I come to data, it will show me a pool of the data sets. Where's my data set? This is a clean data. So I can easily work with this. I can relate with this. But please don't quote me. I did not do 100% cleaning. I just did the cleaning so that we can quickly move on. And I will not be able to do anything like relationship on this because it's just one data set. I would have connected it to other data sets for better insights. So let's just leave this and let's start our reports. What are the type of reports that I want to bring out? I want to see the age range of people that are interested in this training so that when we are going to market or when we are going into serious market drive, let's know the age to capture. Are you getting me? So I will come up to age. Let me have the age. I just click on age. I've not done anything special. So you can see all the age, 5 to 18 to 25 and so on. Now, apart from all this, and can you help me do something to this age? I need, I don't have any unique column here, no problem. I can still use the age again, the second time, but the age, the second one, I'll say, please, the second one, I just need you to count the age. Now, it has given me a report. I guess the screen is too small. Let me quickly go to formats. Help me to work on the size. I'll just type size here. It's telling me the size is 10. Can you pull up the size? 10 is too small so that everybody can see what I have there. Great. So 504 people actually applied. From my application, it's so obvious that people in the age range of 26 to 35 are much more interested in this digital transformation we are talking about. I don't want it as a table. Can you give it to me like a chart? Once I click on chart, immediately it pull up the chart for me. Great. I want it like a pie chart. Or like a donut. So can you see what this is doing? Now, with the help of Power BI, I can easily get all my reports up and running. So let me take it back to table. Let me leave it as a table. So good. That is that. About that. Now, if anybody out there feel like getting insight in this data set, just feel free, ask me, and I'll pull up the insight for you like in a second. So just like that. So now let me look at this, LEARNTOR. So let me say LEARNTOR. I want to see what happened. How did people get to know about LEARNTOR? So I don't want to waste my time to develop this graph. I can just come here. Power BI has what we call Q&A. Let me come to insert. Help me to insert question and answer. I don't have time to be thinking like analyst. I want to think like a lazy man. I'll just click on question and answer. Once I click on question and answer, I will just type my question here. Count LEARNTOR. Just go ahead and count all the LEARNTOR. Oh, did I type the spelling well? LEARNTOR. Because there is a column here called LEARNTOR. He has counted all the things they have selected. So now I want to say LEARNTOR by LEARNTOR. Let me just type LEARNTOR and stop there. LEARNTOR. LEARNTOR. Now look at all what they've selected as far as LEARNTOR is concerned. I don't just want LEARNTOR. LEARNTOR by age. So now look at all the age brackets based on what they have selected. LEARNTOR by count of age. Don't just tell me the age. Do the count of age. Can you see what it's doing for me? Without stressing myself, it's already giving me a wonderful graph. Let me accept this. Now it's telling me that most people, they got connected to LEARNTOR on Instagram, followed by WhatsApp, followed by Facebook. I did not do anything. I just typed normal English and my work is up and running. Now that is another type of report I can quickly pull out. Now let me see the social media or time. There's a place where we're talking about when did they get connected. I mean, when did they always stay online? What is that name of the column again? Okay, time online. Okay, I can say, give me let me use Q&A. Give me the time online. Okay, it's telling me afternoon, evening, and morning. Time online by count of age. Count the age against time online. From what I'm seeing here, it's already telling me that most people get connected in the evening, followed by what? Morning, followed by what? Afternoon. So I can easily do all my analysis without stress. I can just type what I want and get my results. So this is how I can quickly get the result up and running. I can give it a name if I want to. Let me just call this, no. Let me call this page 1 or dashboard, and so on and so forth. I can continue to do all other reports. I want to see the gender against count of age as well. I can just click on gender. When I click on gender, I will now click on the age, but the age should be counted. Count the age for me. So it's telling me, give it to me like a graph. So more male are interested in this training, followed by, in fact, wow, this is massive difference. So are you telling me that there are more males that are interested in digital transformation compared to female? Well, let me leave that for Mercy to decide.
I can answer you handsome. All
okay.
the data sets that I've gathered, yeah, the truth of the matter is this data set is completely different and proves the point that more male are more interested in the IT space. Yeah.
Okay.
And my goal is to get more women in this space. So that's spot on.
So you are going to do double the work you're supposed to do to achieve that. Fine. Now, so this is how you can quickly get insight in your data set. From the insight, let anybody tell me you're interested in anything, and I'll pull it out just like magic. Now, what I have done, because most of my clients will be viewing this report on their mobile phone, I need to quickly tell Power BI, can you help me do a mobile layout? I will go to view, under view, come up. I want to view it a mobile. I want to have a mobile layout of my design. Can you see this coming up? The first thing I want at the topmost part is the age analysis so that we can see, but this size is too big. I need the size to get smaller, but no problem. I can work on the size. I need this to come up here. This is telling me how they got to know about LEARNTOR. So Instagram. I don't know why LinkedIn is not #1 because I'm not on other platform. I'm only on LinkedIn. So let me come here. So the next one, this is telling me about the time they prefer to connect online. So people prefer evening, and I don't know why they want to work in the evening. Maybe data is cheaper in the evening. So we can do a further analysis on that to look if you have a price of data. So is it because of cheap data or because of the time or because of speed? So fine. Now that is that about the mobile layout. So the next thing I need to do, I have a mobile layout. I can decide to save this work. Can you save for me? I have 3 more minutes. Save this work as in LEARNTOR, save it as dashboard demo. Good. Or LEARNTOR dashboard or LEARNTOR dashboard, sorry. LEARNTOR dashboard. Great. So I have our dashboard ready. I'll click on save. Once I click on save, this is sitting on my system. And I want all of us now to have a feel of what I have done, either on your mobile phone, on your laptop as you are watching now, and interact with it. Another beautiful thing about Power BI is this. The 8 to 15, if I click on 18 to this, is already, guys, it has affected all. Most of these 18 to 15 years old people, they are not even on Meetup at all. Can you see that they are not on some social media? So if I'm targeting that set of people, don't bother to come to all this Instagram. I mean, is this Instagram and Telegram? Can you see? But from friends, they have relationship with friends and so on. But for this set of people, look at where you can find them. And look at, they are like equal across board. For this set of people, okay, they are like equal across board. For this set, and so on and so forth. So, like this set of people, in the afternoon, they are not online at all in the afternoon. So don't bother to try to connect to this set of people in the afternoon. Now, as I'm clicking on each of them, it's interactive. I can click on mail. Let me see the mail across board. The male is 341, but good number of them, they are around this age bracket. And just one of them is around this age bracket. What of the female? I don't know. Why is it that female around age of 56 to 65, they are still interested in this digital transformation? Wow. So, Mercy, another question for you. So, let's move on. Okay. So, with what we have done, let me save this work file. Okay, I've saved it. I need to publish this work so that I can see what I've done in the cloud. How do I publish? Under home, I will click on publish. Once I hit publish, it will tell me, do you want to save? Yes, go ahead and save what I've done. After saving it, publish this. Now you are free to create a web service account. So to create that is very simple. I will quickly show you that. Dump it in my workspace. Yes. Select. It's telling me publishing LEARNTOR dashboard, PBIS, Power BI file is dropping it in the web service. Now this is done. So my Power BI extension is ready and it has been dropped there. So all I need to do, I can just click here to see what I've done. So let me just click on this. Close. Let me go to a browser. Let me go to my Edge browser. On my browser, all I need to do is to type app.powerbi.com. This is the website you go to create your free Power BI account. So if you want to share with people and once you create the account, it will allow you to enjoy the full version for 60 days. But it is free. You can enjoy the free version for life, but you'll not be able to share with people. You can only enjoy it yourself. So I want to sign in, but if you are creating your account for the first time, you not click on sign in. You scroll down and you click on sign up. And to not allow you to use Yahoo, Gmail, Hotmail account, it wants you to use your corporate account, your business account. So you can always sign up and get your account. But for me, I already have my account. I will click on sign in. And once I click on sign in, it will ask for my username and password. I will drop my username and password. Wow, It's just taking me in. Maybe he has crammed my username and password. Thank you for not wasting my time. So I guess this is my account. Let me confirm because I have several Power BI accounts. Good. That is my account. So I will go to my workspace. In my workspace, I should see the LEARNTOR dashboard that I just published now. So let me click on the dashboard so that we can see the report. This is the report we've just published now. Great, it's already in the cloud. And I can decide to share it with anybody I want to share it with. But let me come here. I can make it a PDF. I can make it a PowerPoint. Maybe I want to do a presentation with it. But I want to share it on the web. So where is this? Embed this to a, publish this thing to a public website. I want everybody to have access to it. Go ahead and publish this on a website. It will generate a URL for me. I can copy the URL. Fine. Once I copy the URL, the next thing I need to do is to send this URL to all of you. Once I send it to you, then we are up and running. So where is my chat room here? I want to drop this on the chat room. Sorry, I'm not used to Zoom. I'm looking for.
Did you see a message just drop? I just dropped you.
I'm looking for chat room. I did not see the message. Oh my God, what will I click? I want all of you to click on this.
Oh, no. It's right there. So is that how you see more? You will see on a Mac, and the different system is completely different. After attendance, after participant, you see chat. If you can't see chat, you will see the 3 dotted line for more.
I've seen the 3 dot. I'm on more. I'm looking for the chat.
You will see chat.
Okay, I've seen chats. Let me drop it there.
Perfect.
Wow, I hope you have the chat now. The link is here. If you want to see what I've just done now, all you need to do is just to click on this, and that is all. So let me go into question. Don't worry. Friday is still, I'm coming back on Friday to answer any form of question. Even if you want to take a career path in Power BI, you are powerfully welcome. You can always connect. If you want to ask question, I'm free, I'm available. So I'm sure Mercy will give you my contacts, my LinkedIn page. So let's keep talking and let's get the full.
You forgot that this is a 3 months journey.
Exactly. The full one. I need you to come on board and let's trash this Power BI inside out. And I need you to also do the professional exam. I want to have more professional in the country around Power BI. Thank you very much. Let's go to question section.
Before you actually take the question, you have not dropped the link yet, yeah?
I think I've done that. The link is there.
Okay, no, it's not dropped. Copy and drop again. It's okay.
I'm pasting again.
Make sure you copy, Deji.
I've done that. It's telling me Steven. I'm not Steven.
Oh, no, go to everyone. You have to scroll up.
Okay, everyone. Oh, everyone. Okay, don't mind me. I'm a Microsoft evangelist, so I use Teams.
Okay, we understand. We understand.
So I hope you can see it now.
Yes, we can see. Now, before you take any question, I want to show you something. Yeah, I want to show everybody something because I need to put everything in context what we're trying to do. You see, just doing this in one day, a lot of you were agitating for data sets. A lot of you were agitating for, are we going to get the data? Just calm down. We're in a hurry. It's a 3 months journey, guys. It's a 3 months journey. And this is just a taste. I'm going to do a quick poll, but before I do the poll, I need to share something with you guys so that I can have a feel and understand the context to what the goal that I'm trying to achieve and the team is equally trying to achieve. My own is to make sure we bridge the digital skill gap for African people. Generally, that's the ultimate goal for me. As you can see there aren't many women that signed up for this. If it was any of those, my digital marketing training, you will see a lot of women. So the point I wanted to show, let me just quickly share my screen before Deji takes questions. I want you guys to have visibility to something very quickly, okay? Okay, now, before we started this class, remember, if you notice, I promoted a flyer for a GDPR, I promoted a flyer for data analyst, I promoted for PMO analyst. So I want you guys to have an experience of all of this. The reason that there's so much disconnect in Africa, somebody will come and say fourth industrial revolution, big words. But you see, they're all interconnected. So you can be a developer and not understand data. Whatever you're developing cannot work if you're not leveraging data. What am I trying to show you very quickly? Before we actually agreed to this class, we were informed by the form that you filled, okay? And we saw that data was number one thing that was on the burner for everybody. I use my annotator, 1 second, so you can see the emphasis of what I'm trying to show you. Data was number one for everybody trying to be on the career path, as you can see on the screen. So that actually informed our decision that this was what a lot of people were interested in. So because of this insight, we were now able to now break things down and put things in context in the day in which we are going to have. So tomorrow we are going to have for you business analysis and a UI UX taking this session. So I'm going to allow you ask Deji question, but I want you to just relax and know that as much as we are giving to you free, in one day you cannot become a Power BI specialist.
Of course.
Deji has to take you on a step by step, and you're going to have hands-on practical experience with this 3 months journey. My own is, so long as you can commit, I can guarantee you. And I have a mind-blowing thing that is about to happen that I probably will announce tomorrow or on Wednesday, that you guys will be #1 beneficiaries of. So Deji, I will hand over to you. I hope that makes sense. This is how data plays a role in Nigerian parlance. It plays a role equally in whatever we do. So when we say Nigerians, we don't have data, this is what we are talking about.
Exactly.
We keep assuming, we keep coming up with fabricated number. Look at what happened with the NCC man that collapsed when being interrogated. Because it's all assumption is in our head. Oyinbo know they work like that, guys. I hope that makes a lot of sense. So Deji, over to you, please. Who has a question?
Okay.
Raise your hand and you'll be unmuted. So I'm going to launch a next poll. I'd like your feedback before I take any QA, and I want at least 80%. Guys, they just given you what people pay for. Please just vote. That's all I can ask you. Can you vote, please, in the next 2 minutes? Anyone that has a question, yeah? Raise your hand, go to the chat, click on attendance, you will see raise hand, and I will unmute you to be able to ask the question. But while we are doing that, I would make sure that you are unmuted. So please.
Okay, so let's ask our question. Anything.
One. I want this poll to get to 40%. I don't want them to distract me, so I can close it.
Around visualization.
Yes, okay. Olumide and Adeniyi, you will go. If you have a question, please raise your hand. I'll call them in the order in which their hands is raised. Olumide, I will mute you now. So I need 60%. Please vote. Please vote. 80%. We're going 80%. At the moment is 60%, please. Thank you very kindly. So Olumide, you're muted, please. You're muted so we can give room to the developer so you can gain another thing. Who says he has a question? Guys, we are still at stock at 65%. Please vote. It will only take you less than a minute. So I can move on. I'm actually disrupting what you're going to do. Yeah? Somebody said he has a question. Mr.
Okay.
Emeka has a question. I will mute you after Olumide Adeniyi Tola Johnson. Oh, no. 5 is for excellent, oh. 5, not 1, oh. 1 is not for excellence. Thank you for asking that question, please. Okay. Just 2 more people. Olumide, you're muted. You can give it a go while they're voting.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Ayo. I just want to ask that, does this tool, does it work without the internet, or you need internet to actually achieve what you want to achieve? Oh,
great. So Power BI desktop, you just download it on your system. You do not need internet to analyze your data sets. Okay. But if the data you want to analyze is on the internet, maybe on Facebook, on Twitter, or in the cloud, or like this NCDC, this COVID-19 data set, you can always make use. You need internet to connect to that data set and to bring in your data for you to analyze. But if your data set is on your system, you don't need the internet. But if you want to publish your work for others to interact with you, then you need to go online. That's the app.powerbi.com that I mentioned. So that's where you need the internet. But if you need it just to work and analyze and get insights around the data set, don't bother. Your data is on your system, Power BI is on your system, you can get everything done. You don't need the internet. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please mute yourself. Let me just mute you. Oh, Adeniyi, Simon, you're going next. You're muted. Adeniyi, Simon, you're muted, please. Okay, I'm going to call Tola Johnson. Then I'll go to the people that, Tola Johnson, you're muted.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, yeah, I can hear you.
My name is Adeniyi Simeon. I really appreciate this opportunity given to me. I want to ask, is there any certificate after this training? And secondly, did you generate it from the internet directly, or just a desktop programming?
Okay, good. I said something when the session started, that there is a link that LEARNTOR shared with all of us to register for this training.
Yes, sir.
When you click on that link, we use Google Form to generate that. When you click on that link, you fill the form. All what was submitted on that form was downloaded. That was what you saw in the Excel. So it's what was filled online that was downloaded in Microsoft Excel. That's the answer to your second question. But to the first question, can you ask the first question again? I think that should be meant for Messi. What's the question again?
The certificate to put that we name this thing for 5 days, or I don't know.
Oh, certificate for this session. Well, for the second session, I know there's a certificate that will back you up. But for this one, Messi, over to you.
You're on your own. It's a free flying game. When they do the next one, Mr. Obileke, Emeka, I'll mute you, please.
Okay.
Mr. Obileke, over to you.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Hi, Dima.
Thank you.
So I actually came late for this session, so I don't really know what transpired earlier than now. So I'll try to come on time tomorrow so I can give my thoughts and feedback on it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Tola Johnson, are you ready now? Tola Johnson, are you ready? We need the developer to come on. So you guys ask your question very quickly. Andrew Abba, I'm unmuting you. Andrew Abba, you're muted. I'll unmute Flemsy. Flemsy?
Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
My question is about the second part of the training. I think you talked about a 3-month training. I think, is it after this one, or is it coming up immediately after this one? And
yes, this is a preparation. This is a preparation for the 3 months training, what you're going to get. This is a build up to the 3 months training, and it's not a training. You will get opportunity to work on live project so that you can say, I did this data analysis. You can say, I learned about business analysis. We're taking you on the works of what the West does to their business, to set up systems and structures for their businesses that last hundreds of years. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, who wants to go next? I unmuted a few people. Cedar Grove, I'm unmuting you.
Yes, please. Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Deji. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you, Ms. Mercy, for the opportunity. My question is, how long does it take to learn Power BI? What's the duration like? And what is the cost if you want to do it as a career?
Okay. As we have planned this section, the full training is coming up as part of the 3-month course. I don't know that you understand what we are trying to do. So the full training for Power BI is embedded in the 3-month course. But Power BI training alone is 5 days. So, but we have embedded, so not only Power BI, just stay with us for this 1 week. You will have an insight into all what we are going to do. I hope I've been able to answer your question. Mercy, you can add more to this.
There's nothing to add more, my darling. Thank you. Oh yeah, who wants to go next? John Olojede. Okay, John, I'll unmute you. Okay, please, if you have asked your question, can you take your hands down? Okay, let me try and just take everybody down. John, you're muted, please. Simon, you have asked your question, lower hand. If you've asked your question, so I can see others. Tola, you have asked your question. John, you can unmute yourself now. You're unmuted. I need to wrap up this Q&A in the next 5 minutes so that the developer can take a session, yeah? Some of you that came late, you can still have a taste about the developer, yeah? John, are you ready? Okay, I will mute Albert or Noah. Albert, you're muted. In the next 5 minutes, I need to wrap this session up.
Okay.
Albert, you are unmuted, yes?
Hello.
Yeah, go on.
Hello.
We can hear
the
you.
network is so bad.
Good evening, class. Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, yeah, I can hear you.
Hello. Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, my question is about the 3 months. I just want to know. I just want to stay prepared. I want to know if the 3 months is going to be free.
Definitely, the 3 months is not free.
No, but wait, Albert, would you do a training for 3 months for free? Would you?
That's why I say, that's why I want to make, let it not be that I'm the only one thinking about it. Let it just be open so that everybody will be prepared.
I just asked you a logical question. Even what Deji has given to you is paid for, but we didn't charge you. So I'm asking you a rhetoric question. I don't mean any disrespect. Would you do a 3 months training for free? Albert, you help me to answer.
No.
Help me. Thank you.
No.
That's the answer. That's the answer. Thank you.
Okay, ma.
Thank you, my brother. Who is going to go next? Please don't be asking questions that you already know answer to. Let me answer like Olufunke. Galaxy Tab. I need to wrap this up in 4 minutes. Please, let's ask questions relating to what you have learned today. What Deji has done. Let me explain to you what data does. Every project, every product, Nelson, I'll unmute you. Every project that we do, you need to be able to understand how your customers are engaging with you. You need to be able to know how to interact with your customer. You need the journey. Because you guys fill that form, I can explain how you guys connected with LEARNTOR. I can understand your interaction online. That is how to do business. It's not start a business and go to church on the mountaintop, or you go to the mosque and say you want to go and do 10 days dry fasting. Have you noticed that all the people that are wealthy in the world, they don't do all of those? is being strategic. It's proper planning, leveraging data. So if we don't wake up and start to learn the right skills and change our mindset, we have a long way to go. I wanted to charge you guys. Oh yeah, over to you, Nelson, so I can get the developer to come on board. Aju, I'm going to unmute you as well. Aju, Christopher, and that's the last two questions. And Lukman, I hope you're ready. Aju, you're muted. And Henry, I have unmuted you. Nelson, you're muted. We need to wrap this up. Lukman, are you ready? Nelson, you're muted.
Okay. So if the question is not coming, let me just do my final.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me,
okay,
please?
Nelson.
All right. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I really want to appreciate you guys for fixing this, and really learning a lot from this, because I've actually had it in mind to make sure that I learn data analyst. Going to data analysis. I am an M&E. I've been doing M&E for some time now. So I found out that the M&E is not complete without having a broad knowledge or a base knowledge on data analysis. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. So my question is based on, I've been hearing data analysis, but I thought that data analysis is being done using Excel. So that's what I thought, that data analysis is done only on Excel. I didn't know that there are other packages that can actually do data analysis. So if Power BI is coming into play, where does Excel stand in? Can I achieve what you just did now on Excel?
Deji, let's take all the two questions so you can wrap it up. Nelson, you're muted, and no, Nelson, you've asked the question. Aji, you can ask your question, and Isaac, William, I've unmuted you as well.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, I want to ask the Power BI. You said you can use it to extract data from anywhere, but can you also use it for social medias and all those other kind of?
Of course. Okay, so the last question, Isaac Alabi William. Lukman, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Oh yeah, over to you, guys.
Okay. So, Alabi, are you still asking the question?
Yes, please.
No, sir, I'm done.
Okay, great. Now, let me quickly answer that question.
Aju, you had a question. Can you ask your question, please, so you can answer? You are muted, though. We can't hear you. I can see you speaking, but I can't hear you. Okay, I think it's your audio. Type it in the chat. Let's go, please. Lukman, I'm going to bring on board the next facilitator for tonight. See, this is a power-loaded session.
Sorry, Mercy, before Lukman come up, let me quickly answer the last question.
Okay, please. Yes, go ahead.
So please, Microsoft Excel also has Power BI in it. So please, the Excel you have been using is normal Excel, but there is what we call Power BI in Excel. Power BI in Excel is different from Power BI desktop. They extracted the Power BI and make it stand alone. That's why they call it Power BI desktop. But if you still want to do all these things I've done, all without leaving anything out, you can do it in Excel. All you need to do is to enable the Power BI in Excel, and there are just 4 things you enable: Power Query, Power View, Power Pivot, and Power Map. Go and write those 4 things down and go and enable it in your Excel. It's available in Excel 2016 and above. Don't try to look for it in 2007. Thank you.
And they will learn it during the 3 months program.
Yeah, during the 3 months, definitely, we will show you how you can analyze in Excel.
And not just analyze in Excel, how to extract data from social media, from any open source, and analyze it. You will do it with your own hands and be able to say, I did this by myself, all right? So please, let me call on board the next facilitator. We're supposed to round up by 9 o'clock, but I'm going to extend this meeting for those that are going to be able to stay for the next 30 minutes. So we'll finish by 9:30. Okay. So The session is going to be facilitated by my friend, my employee. My employee is always saying I pay him rubbish. It's okay, I'm a startup. And I'm so proud of him. And he's a young man after my heart that is one of Nigerian brain. He's not a celebrity, but what he has is what the West is looking for, is what Jeff Bezos is looking for, is what Mike Zuckerberg is looking for, is what Microsoft wants. So if he has it, you can have it. And it's part of the facilitating team for the next 3 months. So over to you, Lukman. He's an experienced core PHP WordPress developer. Thank you for your press spelling. With a demonstrated history of working with information technology services industry skills in search engine optimization, both the technical off-page and on-page technical SEO. So over to you. The E platform is yours.
Okay. Okay. Just a minute. So, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mercy, for the, let me say, extensive introduction, though I'm flattered and highly honored to be part of this today. I won't take too much of your time today. I'll just brush through what I do for a living. So in this Digital Career Open Day, I'm going to be talking to everyone about web development and what I do and who we are, and basically the whole knowledge around web design. Now, before I deep dive into it, I know a whole lot of people have been hearing about web development, web developer, software developer, app developer, and a whole lot of things around being a programmer. And people are always like, it's always like a myth to everybody, because they're always like, okay, these people are like gurus and they don't know where we all got our knowledge from. But I'm going to debunk most of this myth and then bring it home for everybody to understand. I don't know if my audio is clear.
Very clear. Thank you.
Okay. So web developer. So the content of this of my talk today, it's going to be just in maybe 6 or 7 components. So I'm going to talk about who a developer is, the types of developers we have, how the programming on the web is, components of the web, then content management systems, and then how you can set up a domain and hosting as a take home for all of us. Now, I will start at the beginning. Now, like Messi said, I just like calling myself a solution provider, or most of the time I say I'm a web developer. And I've been doing this for over 4 or 5 years. And basically, I don't know how to say much about myself, but I just build websites that inform. Now, who is a developer? That is the first question that that we have on our take, and what do we do? So a web developer is someone who takes a web design which has been created by a client or a design team and turn it into a website. So normally, people want to sell their businesses online, right? So they design it, and the developer now bring this out and make it visible for them. Tomorrow, you're going to be taught or taken through a brief lesson around user interface and user experience, which is the core of web design. And you're going to be taught on how these people come about telling a story about a business with their user interface and user experience. So what you see when you land on a website, let me use Facebook, for instance, what you see and what you interact with on a daily basis is your user interface. How you feel and when you are on that website is your experience, and that is part of the web design. So what we as developers do is we compose and combine these two things together and turn it into code and make it available for you in form of a website. Sometimes it can be a very difficult job, sometimes it can be a very easy job. But what we normally do is write English that the computer will understand. That is the general idea about what we do. So our priority is to showcase your business and your brand online and convert codes to what people can understand on the web. Now, Now we have different types of developers. Now, you know, as a one of the things people ask is, okay, I want to be a web developer. And back then, it used to be one thing to be a web developer. So you have to learn the front end, the back end, and then know how to combine these two together. But the good thing about improvement in any sector is it becomes modularized. So we have different types of web developers. We have the front end developer, we have the back end developers, and then we have some people who call full stack developer. I will quickly brush across who these three are. Now, basically, as a front end developer, what you do is this. They work on the front end of the website. So whatever you are seeing on the website is what the front end developer does. So the buttons you are seeing, the beautiful colors, the beautiful elements that you see on the website are being done by the front end developer. That is just in a nutshell what a front end developer does. Now, I will quickly interface what a front end developer does with what a back end developer does. So what the back end developer does is the backbone of the website. A very good example is you have a form on a website. So the back end developer develops the logic, the iterations that make things work on a website, how information are being collected, connecting the right components of a website together, the front end and the back end, and making it connect. So I click on the button, it takes me to another page. That is the work of a backend developer. So the backend developer make sure these logics are there and are available and they work. So they work on also this technical part of the website, which is optimizing the website for speed, making sure the database where all your informations are stored are readily available and are properly connected. And we use different languages to do this, and I will also go into the languages of the web very soon. Now, who is a full stack developer? So a full stack developer is a combination of a front-end developer and a back-end developer. So if you're looking for something quick and simple to build like a business website, a company website, or a corporate website, you employ you engage the role of a full stack developer. So the person does both your front end and your back end together. So the only time you will modularize these two roles is when we have large scale companies like, let's say, Microsoft or Google, whereby you have a lot of people, the business is big, and a lot of people have to work on it. So some people have to handle the front end, some people have to start writing the logic at the back. So that is when you have to break us into two. But if you want to build a simple website, that's what a full stack developer do. So they have like a full understanding of both front end and back end. They understand the language of the front end, which is HTML and CSS, and the language of the back end, which can be PHP, C#, or any of the logic-based or logic-based languages. I'm not going to like make it too technical for you people so that I don't lose everybody. So what I'm going to do now is, okay, now you have understand what we developers are. We build websites that people see online, on the web, on the World Wide Web, for you to also showcase what you do and the businesses that you do. Now, I'm going to just move into the next section of my presentation, which is programming for the web. Now, languages of the web is what I want to show you. Now, what you see on every website that you go to is the programming of the web. So because we are coding for what you see. So we have the HTML, which is the structure. I always like using a car to explain this part. So in a car, you have the body, which is the HTML. When you now paint your car to different colors that you want, that is the CSS. Now, the doors that open and close, the gear that you're able to move, the tires and all those things are JavaScript. Now, it's just like complete body of a human being or body of anything that is different, let me say, components of a body. So the HTML is structure, CSS is what you see, what you like, and JavaScript is behavior. Just like what we have as human beings, also in the human skeleton, your skeleton, flesh is your CSS, and then moving of your hand and all those things that will do is behavior. Now, let me show you how it now looks on a day-to-day basis when we are writing the code. So we have the HTML head, and where we'll put the CSS code and the JavaScript code are there. So that is what we have here. So basically, this is the structure of a website. Everything you see on a website, any website, whether Google, whatever website you are visiting online, this is how they are structured. So they have their head, they have their body, and they have where you insert all this color, this presentation, and behavioral code. When you now enlarge it a little, you have, this is just an example of how it looks on a normal day, but it's just me now adding. So you have added script, JavaScript. I don't want to talk about this. So now I'm going to deep dive into something. So now this is how we used to write website before. We write this code from scratch, and we have to now put all the components, put all the codes in the body, write all the behaviors and everything. But with, like I said, with every digital improvement comes easier way to build things. Hence the coming of something we call content management system. Now, before, if you want to do anything online, this is how you write your website. You have to start with your HTML, make sure you understand how HTML works, and use your code editor, write codes and all those things. But nowadays we have things we call content management system. Can you see the difference between these two? In this one, you have codes, you have things some of us don't even understand, some of us have not seen before. But immediately you come to this is more interactive. This is more simple to look at. This is more engaging. This makes a little bit of sense. And this is how some websites are built nowadays. So what are content management systems? Content management systems are, let me just show you what's content. So content management systems are like, they give you platform as a service that you can use to build websites. So instead of starting your website from scratch, writing the code and all those things, you have structure that you can work with to build your website. One of the most popular one I know everybody knows is WordPress. There are other CMS systems like Drupal, Joomla, and so on and so forth. A lot of people start with all these things. So instead of knowing how to write code, you learn how to use this system. So instead of like what Mr. Deji was able to show you guys today, people know how to use Excel. Excel is the old way of analyzing data and everything. But then comes Power BI. Power BI now takes this your Excel, which is your raw way of analyzing data, looking at columns and tables, and turn it into something you can easily interact with. Exactly the same thing with content management system. So instead of building website from scratch from the beginning, you use content management systems to build your website. So it's easier to build website with it, and you can easily set up your pages with it. So it's like drag and drop basically. So when we start our full 3-month course, some of you are going to be under the web development or the digital space of businesses, whereby we build website for businesses and we explain how this process works. We both work on building few websites together, and it's going to be one-on-one and very interactive and hands-on. We're going to deep dive into how to build websites. So basically during our 3-month course, we'll focus on WordPress. Now, WordPress is open source. I like open source. And open source means people came together to build this system. It is open for anybody to improve. It is easy for people. So it's not as if it's closed, so nobody can contribute to it. So people improve on it on a daily basis. And that means you can get improvement, your website security, they work on security, structure, a whole lot of things are being done by people to make this system work. So you don't have to worry yourself about learning with the tools anymore. You just have to understand how the CMS works. So we'll be focusing on WordPress going forward when we finally want to start our 3-month course. But what I'm trying to tell you is, as a developer now, you can be a full stack developer with WordPress. So instead of learning front end, back end, and all those things work, once you learn a tool like WordPress, you can easily build a website for whatever platform, whatever business you are doing. It is easier to learn than now using the part of a typical developer. So with WordPress, you can become a developer that builds website for like 30% of the web is powered by WordPress. So you can imagine how large that market space is. So being a WordPress developer in the current digital space makes you very relevant. You can never run out of opportunities. There is always someone that is trying to build his brand up and they need this digital presence. And your website is one of the core need of any business, because people will always go and search and look at what you do, what you sell, the services you offer. And they don't want to call you every time they want to see this. They want to see it online and readily know who you are, what you do, what you offer, the problems you're able to solve with whatever services you are doing. So one of the things I'll quickly deep dive into is how to get this WordPress. So there's a paid version and there's a free version. You can get WordPress started for free. If you don't even have a dime in your account, so you can get a free WordPress account and start. But we'll deep dive into some of these things when we have our full-blown 3-month course. So you can see different differences between what you pay money for and what you don't pay money for. So let's say I want to be the website for LEARNTOR. So I have www.learntor.com that I'm paying for, but if it has WordPress attached to it, it is free. I can use any theme, or I can even code from scratch when I'm paying for my WordPress website. So that's, let's call it open source. Anybody can plug to it. Anybody can build anything with it. But if it is the .com, whereby you are buying from you are on the WordPress platform, you have to use the free themes and you don't have to do any CSS. Everything is there for you to use. You have plugins to use when so plugins, we'll deep dive into all these things. I don't want to clog your brains with terminologies, but plugins are also part of the WordPress architecture and the WordPress platforms, and they are what helps in improving the kind of website you build. Also, it is unlimited. The kind of things you can do is unlimited with the paid version, and the free version you just have like 3 GB of space. So that is about using a content management system, and you're going to learn how this content management work, how you can become a developer and make money being a WordPress developer, build website for people, build system and management system for people, blogs, the news website that you see nowadays, most of them are running, most of the news websites in Nigeria are running on WordPress. So you can imagine the possibility going forward around having AdSense and everything that you can use to make different ends meet in Nigeria. Now, one of the other parts will now, so questions are like, okay, how do I get started online? How do I get my business online? Where do I start from? So that takes us to domain and hosting. So domain basically is, I used to use land and street to explain domain and hosting. Domain is your street name and your house address. So how people come to, like, okay, let's say I'm staying in Surulere and my house is in Adetola. So Adetola is my domain name. The land where my house is in Adetola is where my hosting is. So hosting is where you keep the documents, the files, the images about your website, while domain is how people get to see these images, the house they will look for. So an example is www.learntor.com, which is the name. And these are some of the people that offer it. They give you different domain and hosting. So we have GoDaddy, Namecheap. I know most of you would have come across this maybe as an advert. They advertise a lot. So we have domain. You can also have something like a subdomain, whereby you can use to showcase the other things you do. So let's say we have a training platform on Learntor, and we can have training.learntor.com, where we can now have different things we do. So it's just like you have a box cutter in your house. So the box cutter of your house is like subdomain. So Messi is going to show or be a sample to show you how you can buy. It is very easy. So when you want to buy your name and then your hosting, you can use any of this platform. The last two down here are Nigerian hostings. So in case you want to see the denomination of setting up online, it's very cheap. By the time you are spending, let's say $30 or $31, that's less than 15,000. You have gotten your domain and hosting, and you are ready to put your WordPress website on it. So it is that seamless and simple. So generally, we as developers, these are some of the things we do or we use to showcase your business online and how people get to interact with your business and brand. I don't know if Messi is going to show you guys how to buy with, maybe let's say she just wants to purchase something online. So it's very easy. You don't need anybody. So you have to control this part of your business because it is tied to you. So where you now, after getting these two parts, so the domain part of it is this. So if you want to get .com, the .net, facebook.com, or maybe let's say belolukman.com or lentor.com, you pay as low as $8. That's around 3,000, 4,000 in Naira. Then if you want to now put where you put the files of your website, it's around $22, which is around less than 10K in Naira, or let's say 12,000 Naira. So at the end of the day, you are spending less than 20,000 naira and you have visibility online. So these are some of the things our 3 months package will cover around how to become a web developer, build simple and basic website that inform and showcase businesses and brands. I don't have a demo to show, but it's just to whet our appetite on what is obtainable being a developer in Nigeria. So that will be all from me today. Thank you.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lukman. Thank you so much. Honestly, you always make me so proud. I'm not going to lie. I want to take questions. Questions, raise your hands up. See, let me tell you, an average developer, there's a website called Fiverr. An average developer on Fiverr earns $300. And do you know who are the people that are earning the money? Make I look at me. Stop sharing your screen, look, man. Okay. They say it's high, that talk it is. The people earning this money are Indians. They didn't carry two heads from the world. Do you understand? So these are things that you can be making money rather than ask people to give you money. See, what I'm trying to do, nobody has done it. I know the kind of training, they will either do data, they will either do this, but you see, just doing one type of a skill. And so when I prepare my mentees that get jobs, I've helped people to get jobs in the US, in the UK, and in Canada. When I help them to secure employment, you can go and check the testimonial on LinkedIn. It's there. So they know they can't survive because they're either one part of the team. They don't understand what language the other team members are speaking. And that poses a challenge. So for me, this is a personal cause that if I can get a lot of us Africans to change the narrative, even the West always going to India, going to China, going to Asia, they will start coming to Africa. After all, Mike Zuckerberg came here, right? Jeff Bezos came here, right? Alibaba, Jack Ma came here. And the MD of Twitter, I've forgotten, I don't know why his name always eludes me.
Jack, his name is Jack. His name is Jack.
It's Jack. He was here. So they seen something in Nigeria, and you have what it takes to break the norm, not just become a celebrity and feeding on entertainment. So this is my personal cause. And I want you to get on board. I want to produce a lot of agilists, a lot of developers that understand what agile is, what it means to work in an agile team. Google is not resuming their office till the end of the year. So they are right now looking for people with the technical expertise, digital capabilities to recruit, and they are recruiting people from Nigeria. At least I know I'm one of them that is being sought after. So you can be one as well. So I want to take questions. Questions, please. Can I see hands up? Newton, you're muted. Over to you.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be here. And I want to ask, this WordPress, can it be used to develop mobile application?
Of course.
Okay. Thank you, Newton. So
secondly, for complex application, not just a website, for complex application that takes financial that does financial activities, does WordPress have the security to actually enable that stuff to work perfectly?
Okay. Is that all?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you
very
much.
want to take all the questions so that if it's repeated, we don't respond to them twice, right?
Okay, I think maybe if I answer maybe the other person that has like a question, so I don't forget the questions.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
Let me quickly answer Newton. So what people call mobile app is, it's maybe, let's say it's a buzzword. So you can have a web app that is on a mobile app. So yes, you can use your WordPress website you can use WordPress to build mobile app. A very typical example is Niger News. Everybody knows Niger News. So the popular Niger News runs on WordPress and it has a mobile app. So how they work, how it works is simple. WordPress has something we call APIs. So you can leverage on the API and build your mobile app and call all the things you need to show on your mobile app with these APIs. So APIs is what let me say systems or platforms use to talk to each other. So let's say I build a news website that people read the news, that I have maybe 5 or 6 writers that post on a daily basis. The WordPress backend is for, let's say, basically as when it started for blogging. So they blog and add this their post every day. So you can now call the post API, put it in your mobile app, and show this news to people that are on your mobile app. So yes, it is possible to build maybe not too complex, but basic mobile applications that are web-based on with WordPress. The second question, financials. So if the question is a bit general, but I will still try to find a way to answer for you to understand. Every system in the world leverages on one form of security or the other. So one of the ways you secure applications is using encryptions. We call it SSL. So secure socket layer protocol, something like that. So we use SSL to encrypt communication between platforms. So let's say you want to buy a product online and you have to put your credit card and all those things. If there's encryption on that website, like a green padlock, that is the first level of encryption. Now, one of the things when I was presenting, I told you WordPress is open source, which means people work on it every day. People are improving the security architecture every day. So there is no system people are not trying to hack on a daily basis. But because this is an open source system, there is patches every day to remove this hack. And how secure your platform is based on you, the developer. So if you don't secure your hosting platform properly, if you don't secure your files properly, it is not the WordPress fault. It is you, the developer's fault. So yes, security is there. So you can build large financial websites. An example is the Nairametrics. Everything is based on API. So when you can call it any other platform, you can showcase anything on the WordPress website. I don't know if that answers your question. You can, okay.
Thank you. I think that was overloaded. So let me now take the next question. Oguniro. I will take those that have not spoken before now. So Ari, I will take you next. Adeni, you have spoken. I will take Kemi Vidal next as well. Go on, Oguniro.
Thank you, Messi. I really appreciate this session, and I thank God for the opportunity to be able to drink from your cup of knowledge today. I've been following since the first day I watched your interview on channels, and I was so much fascinated by that interview.
Thank you.
Please, as it may, I really want to thank you for 1 week is a very big shot, and I know a lot of money is going down the drain. But since you say the real deal is 3 months lecture, you know, some of us that are salary earning job and, you know, salary earning people, we need to have an estimate. Even this 1 week, me, I know it shouldn't have been free, but they just take it that it's free. But that 3 months is a tall order. Can you please, it's just an appeal, give us an estimate, even if you don't give us the precise amount, so that somebody can start building capacity.
The precise amount, but you see, like I think some of you have reached out to me personally.
Okay.
I'm not money is important, right? But you see what I'm doing, I've woken up something inside of you to show you that you have potential to do something great. Wait, on Friday, I will announce the price. I want you to take away everything that I want to do. Friday, we're not training. Friday is interacting with all the facilitator, and I have a good news. So I just want you to wait. Okay?
Thank you.
Let me get you excited more. Tell your friends to join this. This is supposed to be, see, I've just met a friend of mine. He just recruited 70 Scrum Masters. He's in the US. The goal is at the end of the 3 months, You guys are going to have a job to be able to play with, to get practical experience. Do you understand? I have a big vision in my head, and I trust God that He will help me to bring it to fruition. Just be patient. See, where there's this word that they say that where there's a way, I mean, where there's a wheel, I mean, where there's a way, there's a wheel. Where there's a wheel, there is a way. Even the pricing, I'm going to make it as flexible, not to the point that I'll rob myself. You understand? So there will be instrumental payment, okay? Because it's not just me coming to talk at you. It's you learning. All this thing that is doing like is a whiz, you are going to learn it because it's going to take you through. You have projects to work on. You understand what it means to be in a project. You understand? It's all encompassing. Wait, Friday, I assure you. Tell your friends to join. Just tell them the value you're getting. That's what is important to me. Okay? Who wants to go next, please? Ari, yes. Or I've unmuted you, Ari. Ari? Yeah.
Yeah, hi everybody. Thank you guys for
facilitator.
thank you guys for finding the time to join.
The Queen, Charlie in London. Powerful person.
So I don't think you guys are going to miss out in terms of what you're going to get. But I heard something previously when I think there was a day when was speaking, and I know some of you might be, thinking of that as well. Say, I think it's along the line of say, how long do I need to know BI? What I would tell you is that nobody, no trainer, nobody will give you a time to say this is when you're going to learn it. It all depends on you. That's what we call garbage in, garbage out. It is the effort that you put, even within those 3 months. There are people that will learn faster within a month. So everybody learn at a different pace. But what it is, I don't want you to put that in your mind to say, oh, once I've come here, I've done it for 3 months, so therefore I'm an expert in Power BI, in being a developer or other areas, or as a Scrum Master. If you think that, that is absolutely fallacy. I just want to set your expectation. You need to put things in. These days, things are out on the internet, more easier for you to learn. Back when we started, we had to do it what we call the organic way. We never had this section back in our days. So it's just want to set the expectation straight. You can learn it within 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Depends on how effort that you put in it. If you practice, I know somebody that started when he was doing data mapping. He never knew anything with data mapping, but within 2 months to become an expert in that because he learns that every day, becomes a part of him. So that's just what I wanted to say to set you guys straight, that you have to put in effort in as well. It's garbage in, garbage out. Thank you guys.
Thank you. I didn't know you were on call. I've made you a co-host. No need to raise your hand. You're a co-host.
No.
Okay, Kemi, I'm unmuting you. Kemi Vidal. Hello, Kemi, you're muted. Anybody else has a question? Today,
yes.
Okay. Yeah,
good evening, Auntie. Good evening, Auntie Mercy. Thank you for the opportunity. I've missed you. Miss you so much. So, sorry, for the 3-month training, I need the duration of days. You know, I go to work Monday to Friday, so my only chances is Saturday. So, for the 3 months, I believe it's not weekly. Maybe it's weekend. Consider that we have interest, please.
Okay, so see, let me tell you something. One thing that Aria said, I need you guys to put everything in context. It's very key for me.
Okay.
Timing.
Okay.
It's okay. I'll mute you now. I'll respond to you. It's okay. Forget about putting a lot of roadmaps about, oh, what time, what cost, what is this, what is that. I want you to do something. Wipe that out. Focus on my goal is. You understand? And once you're on a 100 meters race, I want to achieve this in the next couple of months. You understand? I'm going to commit. What you're about to do is have opportunity to say, oh yeah, I'm going to the office. So you will be working in a project. So when I'm saying you are working, you are getting hands-on. We're not coming to show you slide. You are going to know what it means to research. You're going to know what it means to use Power BI data analytics tool to interpret data. You will present it to the stakeholders, will give you feedback. Because when you go for interviews, they're not asking you what certification. See, in Nigeria, we can do certification for Africa. You see, my former boss, when I worked in the UK, she did not finish primary 6. She was my oga. They're not interested in your certificate. They're interested in what you know. I want you guys to detox from how much, what is timeline. You will work with people. You're going to be in a project. How you guys want to work, you will break it down and be able to understand. I want you to be excited because what you're about to do, you're not just coming and going to pay somebody 1,000 pounds to listen to them tell you 7 steps. You know, they work. I'm an African. You know, they work for here. We don't have data. Are you getting what I'm saying? I'm making you think like the way what do they call her? Mark Zuckerberg, they think. They're using your behavior to be able to help you do upgrades on system. Before we can only do live and it stays on your status for 24 hours. They still say during COVID, many people were ingesting data. Okay, let's change it. They are using your behavior to make informed decisions to make you stay on their platform so that they can make more money. If you don't have this idea for structure, for systems, you will struggle. I hope that answers Kemi's question. I hope, I'm trying to sway people away. People started asking me about money. Money, see, I have people been calling me, when is this free 5 days? People will say they want to pay. I have somebody that reached out to me about a TVC interview and said, Madam, I need a laptop. I go need laptop to do. I said, I give that lady serious respect. The next day she went to buy a laptop. I want to see that kind of hunger. If I knew what I know today, I assure you, I go don't clean out beyond. But I don't want to know it alone. I want you to know it so that you can have the opportunity to excel. And people be telling you you should earn 150,000 when your mates are earning $185,000 as a Scrum Master. Go and Google it. Google now your friend. I'm not the one that put it there. That's what they pay them. From $135,000 per annum to $185,000. Rather than begging people for 5,000. Beg for how you can change your narrative. Sorry, I'm very passionate about what I'm trying to do. I hope that makes sense. Any questions? Somebody said they have a question. I'll just take EB. Okay, Gloria, I'm unmuting you. We need to wrap up in the next. Okay, you actually helped us a lot. So, look, man, I thought this would get into
too long, Abby.
You're muted, Gloria. Try.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I want to appreciate you for putting up this training. I actually reached out to you through TVC. I hope you could remember that. I'm excited. My name is Gloria.
Oh, well, yeah, bless you, ma'am. Bless you.
Yeah, so I actually mixed the training. The one that I actually mixed that training for a Sunday. The one you told me about this one. I'm excited about this. And I really want to chart a career path for myself. And I need mentorship. Along the line, I actually enjoyed the first training, though I came in a little bit late. While the second one was going on, I was a little bit carried away, by what he was saying. But I actually sat put to learn. I'm excited about this. For me personally, I need to be mentored. That is me. I want to grow. I need to be mentored. And I'm going to create time to really sit with this and see how it comes up. Personally, for me, I need to be mentored. I appreciate you very well as a sister that wants us more people to come in. My own question personally is actually looking at charting a path towards project management. So I don't know how all of this come to play, but I'm going to sit down and I'm just learning. Thank you so much.
Actually, you're in for a beautiful ride. A PMO professional, she was on call earlier. She's taking us on Wednesday. You understand? Okay.
Yes,
at the end of the training, all of you will know, because you're going to build it yourself. And know I'm going to be a developer. Don't be in a hurry to decide what path you're going to. You have to test it. You have to do this one, because I'm taking you through the agile. Agile is about a mindset shift, about how to deliver product very quickly and very fast. You know how to fail and you know how to make those mistakes and correct them quickly, right? So this is this is what the world is doing right now. You can go and Google all these things. Nobody say I fabricate them. I go show them to for Google when my time reach. I'm too passionate about what I'm trying to say. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm connecting with you guys. Let me give you a quick good news, right?
Okay.
When I talk about the price on Friday, for you to get your friends on board, if you bring people on board, you'll get some type of, I'll give you 10% discount for referral bonus. Yeah. So all you need to do is invite your people and say, come on, here's an opportunity for you to change your life. It's up to you. I've done it for you guys. Some of you saw it and connected with it. You bring them on board. At the end of the day, when we want to start the 3-month course, and by the way, you will get mentorship. We're not leaving you alone. We're guiding you all the way. Lukman is on call. Deji is on call. Ari, when I say he works for Yachali, trust me, I'm sure you know what Yachali is. That's the Queen of England. Yeah? So, it's the DPO. Go and Google it. And when I say these things, just Google it. Research yourself. Who is a DPO? And how much they earn. Yeah? That's the kind of professionals that you have on this training that is about to revolutionize your situation. So if we don't have any more questions, okay, Simeon, I will unmute you since nobody's hand is up, right? Does anybody have questions? Mr. Lukman, can we have the names of the hosts in Nigeria? Okay, you will have it. It's okay. Lukman, do you want to give that to them in the chat or you want to answer them?
It's actually readily available. You can drop it to them in the chat, actually. Okay. But they're not plenty, actually, in Nigeria.
There are so many. There's domain king, so many. Just Google it. Domain hosting in Nigeria is there. Google is your best friend. I'm going to push you. Google. Naomi. Oh, yeah. Simeon, you're muted, please. Hello, Simeon. Since we did not have any, I think I'm very proud, as passionate as I get sometimes. I'm proud that we finished that before 9 o'clock. That is just more tete-a-tete. I'm grateful that you guys made the session. We started over almost 90. I shocked, eh? I thought it was going to be like 10% of those that registered. But I shocked when I saw the number. It shows that some people want to change the story for themselves. And I'm very, very grateful. Ari, do you have anything to say? Lukman and Doi is your UX UI. He's another hot brain, eh? That guy.
So what I just need to say, you guys, you should prepare for a very exciting journey in the 3 months. What you, like what Messi said, what you're getting is not just book, it's not just textbook. It's going to be around the experience, because when I train, I try to bring out my experience. I try to tell you what I've done, so you can use it as your own story. You can think. It forces you to think when you're going for interview too, because don't forget, interview is about you trying to sell yourself. Forget whatever you say. They cannot, take my word for it, they cannot immediately say you are right or wrong, because every organization does things differently. So that's what you're going to get, and I'm sure you're going to get it from everybody. The facilitators here, you're not going to just get textbook. Yes, we'll use textbook, but you will get what of experience, a day-to-day, what we do on a day-to-day basis in the job. So that's what you're going to get in the 3 months, and then we're going to push you. So be prepared. If you are not that kind of person that is that's ready to learn, ready to push, ready to deliver in short notice, then I'm afraid this is not for you. So you should be prepared to deliver in a short notice.
Thank you so much. Deji, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, thank you very much. So let me just say this before I round up. I just want to share a short story. I have a friend, his name is Tunde, and Tunde happened to be the head of HR of an organization. And during their management meeting, he decided to put up a resignation letter. He called me, Deji, I'm resigning. I said, why? He said, it's no more relevant in the organization. I asked him why. He said, there is no value he's adding to the company. I told him, can you come over to my office with your data set? He said, no, I have data, I only have Excel. I said, the Excel is enough data set to work with. He came to the office with the data set, and we're able to pull out just 4 reports with the help of Power BI. And one of the reports happened to be the performance of the staff, the iteration ratio, and some other reports. Return on human capital investment, I remember this. On getting back to his office, the next management meeting, it got to his turn, everybody started laughing, because what you always tell them as an HR manager is, we recruit 2 new staff, 1 staff resigned, and that is what an HR is presenting. For the first time, he presented a strategic report telling the management that the return on human capital investment for so month is equals to so value. Everybody kept quiet. Now, what I want to tell you is this: if you don't have facts, if you don't have analytics in your report, then it is not more a report. In those days, it's a report, but today it's no more a report. Let's get prepared for the main show. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's a brilliant story. Go and think about that. Yeah. Lukman, do you have anything to add? Doi, would you like to add something as well? Just to prepare them for tomorrow. God,
Actually, what I wanted to add before I go, there was a time there was a period you mentioned about how Indians are taking over the market and all those kind of stuff. And one thing I want to let people know is this: the current job market is what we are calling it is WFH, which is work from home, and which means a whole lot of digital skills are becoming very, very relevant. If you check platforms like Upwork, Freelancer, Fiverr, like you mentioned, people are still now looking at us Nigerians again and trying to engage us, even though the Yahoo boys in quotes are spoiling markets. Because Yahoo boys are always making people have this concept about Nigerians when they're playing. What I want to actually add is this: you can have your day job and you can have like a soft work with all these skills that we are going to showcase to you, where you can make money at the end of the month with all these remote platforms. There is digital marketing jobs online for remote, full-time remote job. There is content marketer, there is UI UX, there is my gig, there is data analysis, there is data entry. As simple as data entry, there is website optimization. So whatever you learn, no matter how little it is very, very engaging in the current job market. So like she said, let's keep our mind open. Let's see the possibilities that it is no more, the status quo has changed and how we work has changed, and the kind of opportunities that are available is increasing and it is more dynamic than before. So thank you.
I'm Messi. If I just want to add to what this gentleman just said. You see, when we keep mentioning these Indians, I mean, based on my experience that I've seen, they don't just know it all. What works for them is cooperation, like what we say in Nigeria: cooperation make rice full pot. It is the cooperation that you have. I've seen a lot of them. They will have 1,000 certificates. but they will still go to the toilet to make phone calls to their friends to help them. You know, so but what it is that so long you're getting the basis of it, there's always a platform that are out there now with Nigerians we try to create is to collaborate. So what it is that once you even leave this place in 3 months, you've already have your network. Like they say, your network, your net worth is your network. So you will still have your network here. You still have to collaborate with the people. All of us learn at a different pace. There will be people in this place that will learn very close. I know somebody that taught me GDPR, for example, today. When we talk GDPR, he runs to me to ask for GDPR because he trained me, but I went further because he could not go that far because he has his own field in information security. So you can pick an area and be an expert in it. When they wake you up, you are talking that. As a result, you are collaborating with other people. You're asking, you're asking, look, man, how do I do this? Do you have time to run me through this? It's a whole. It's not going to end in the 3 months that you're going to be with LEARNTOR. It's going to go beyond that. You're going to build network. You're going to know people that are on my network. You're going to interact with them. You say you're going to have a larger network where you're going to pull resources from. So keep your mind open. Basically, that's what I'm trying to point to. Keep your mind. Forget about the cost to start with. See how you can strategically position yourself especially in the Nigerian market. The Nigerian market I would say, is a very open market, the way I see it currently.
Thank you. Doyin, do you have anything to say before I wrap up, please?
Okay. Hi, everyone. Today has been very awesome for me. I've learned so much, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here. I'm also here to learn and unlearn some old things. It's giving a well-rounded experience. You get to see how different parts of this puzzle fits together, and I'm in for it for the full ride. I'll also be bringing my own knowledge. I'll be sharing my own journey in UI UX. How does customer think? How does the end product, how is it viewed? I'll bring all that on board tomorrow. I would hope everybody on for that. That'll be all from me.
Thank you very kindly. Thank you so much. I mean, it's been a beautiful session. Please, for purpose of what we're doing today, can I get everybody, if you don't mind, just indulge me. Just let's take a selfie, please, for social media posting. I'm so grateful that a lot of you guys showed up for this training today, so I'm grateful. Please turn on your camera for a photo op. I'll be grateful if you can do that. That will be, that's the only encouragement I can get. But I like to get at least one word. If you want to describe today's session, one word, what would it be? What would it be? I'm unmuting everybody. One word. What is it that you took away?
Interesting.
Very good.
Thank you. Well.
Interesting.
Thank you. Well.
Very interesting.
I bet you. Who else? One word.
Amazing, 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 amazing.
Thank you.
Captivating.
Captivating. Yes.
Awesome.
Mind-blowing. I love that word. I love it.
Concise. Interesting, intriguing.
Yes.
Look forward to learning more. Look forward to sharing. Look forward to also getting more knowledge. Look forward to everything.
Insightful.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to take the picture very shortly. Okay, I'm taking a picture now. 1, 2, 3. Cindy, you're done already. What is that? Okay. So let me take the picture.
Sister Messi, you went to my video.
Oh, no. Just turn it on. I didn't mute it. I stopped the video.
Okay.
Yeah, the one to turn it on. Can you turn it on now?
Why did you not get it?
This one now. Kemi, is the video on now?
I don't get it.
Hello, Kemi. Oh yeah, start video. Who else wants to turn on their video that feels? Yeah. Who else? Yeah, Kemi, your video is on. Thank you. Gloria, impactful. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate. Anybody wants to turn their camera on? So everybody say cheese to the camera. Yep.
Cheese.
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 Sorry, thank you, sir.
Cheese.
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 Now, people not go see cheese. Eh? It's okay, just smile. 32 something.
Yes, sir.
Is this smile okay? Is this smile okay?
It's fine now.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful, guys. So grateful. Thank you for a brilliant session.
Thank you, Lento. It's been a wonderful time.
Invite your friends. It's still going to be same time. It's going to be the same, but I'll send an SMS as a reminder and an email as well. Thank you so much. I'm grateful to the facilitator. Tomorrow is going to be mad.
Good night.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank
you so much.
Good night, everybody. Good night.